Thank you, Dr. Allen, Tricia, Hank Manima, and all the wonderful people at camera for putting together this very important event for our community. Thank you.
Amen.
After such powerful and eloquent speeches, I feel like the guy who has to follow a fireworks show. You know? So I would like to just say two things. I know the two cardinal rules in public speaking. One is never stand between an audience and food. Second of all is the 3 B's. Be brief, be concise, and be seated. So what I'll try to do is just tie it all together as we conclude this evening. I was given 10 minutes, but because I love you, I'm going to cut it down to 2 minutes.
Amen.
The bloodbath orchestrated by Hamas and Iran on the 7th of October has clearly woken something up within the Jewish people and people of good conscience around the world. Over these past 7 weeks, we've been experiencing what I would describe as emotional whiplash. On one end, we've been exposed to cruelty, cynicism, and hate on a scale not seen since the days of the Holocaust. On the other hand, we've seen these incredible outpourings of support, unity, and solidarity, the likes of which I don't think we've ever experienced before. It's been said that Jews have a unique talent, that we're able to cry and laugh all at once. Yes, we feel the hate and fear, anguish and despair, and it brings us to tears. At the same time, we feel the love and warmth, strength and resolve, and it inspires us. It motivates us to stand proudly and act boldly. We saw this on full display on the March for Israel rally in Washington, D.C., when nearly 300,000 people, myself included, stood shoulder to shoulder, voicing their full support for Israel in a very positive, passionate, and peaceful manner. We've been seeing it in the heightened involvement of Jews with their Judaism, and we're seeing it play out before our eyes here tonight. All of this converges into Israel's motto during this precarious time. And when I landed in Ben Gurion Airport a mere 2 weeks after October 7, the first thing we came to bring our love and support from the Collier County community with 25 duffel bags, schlepping helmets and vests. The first sign we saw was what? Biyachad Ninatzeach. Together, we will be victorious. Whatever barriers might have stood between us before the 7th of October have since been melted down by the heat of our love for one another.
Amen.
We have finally realized that it no longer matters whether we're secular or religious, right-wing or left-wing, Polish or Moroccan, French or Israeli, Russian or American, Reform, Conservative, Orthodox, Chabad, Reconstructionist, Christian or Jew. We are one.
Amen.
And biyachad ninatzeach, when we're united together, we're truly invincible. Is that 2 minutes yet? So, I'm going to have 5 more pages, but I'm not going to do that. So, my friends, this is not a time to live in fear or paralysis. It is a time for faith, resolve, courage, and fortitude. Some of our brethren were drafted into the front lines of the battle with Hamas. The rest of us can't afford to remain spectators.
Amen.
We must do whatever we can to combat the lies with truth, the hate with love, the evil with goodness, and the kindness with light. And this is a large part of Camera's mission. To set the record straight in terms of the true history and the facts on the ground related to Israel and the Middle East. As the propaganda machines of Israel's enemies have been working overtime to flip the narrative upside down, effectively pulling the wool over the eyes of the uninformed man on the street. You go on the street and you ask them, what are you thinking? What does it mean from the river to the sea? No clue. The work of Camera has never been more critical than it is today. We owe them our overwhelming gratitude and support. So let's hear it for Camera. Let's hear it. So I'd like to conclude, this is the real conclusion, with a short benediction citing 3 verses from the books of prophets and scriptures. The first one is we recite at the end of the prayers, Al tira mipachat pison, umishoat kashayin kisovo utzuetzu besufar, and I'll translate in English, do not fear sudden terror, nor the destruction of the wicked when it comes. They may contrive a scheme, but it will be foiled. Conspire a plot, but it will not materialize, for the Lord is with us. Amen.
Amen.
Baruch Hashem mitzion. Blessed is the Lord from Zion, who dwells in Jerusalem. Blessed is the Lord, the God of Israel, who performs wonders and miracles in this day. Bayamim ba'en b'zman hazeh. Amen.
Amen.
I'll give you one more. Shafat bein hagoyim, which is B'chol Karnei Yerushalayim Agadet Ramam Karnei Sadik. It's in Psalms. King David says that the glory of the wicked will be cut down, and the glory of the righteous, all of us sitting here today, will be raised up. May the voices be raised. V'shafat ben hagoyim, the Lord will judge among the nations and will settle the disputes of many peoples. They shall beat their swords into plowshares, as Miller shared before, the spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift sword against nation. They will no longer study warfare. So may we all be inspired and motivated to do everything we can to outshine the forces of evil and anti-Semitism with the blazing lights of truth and righteousness in defense of Israel's cause and the safety and security of Jews the world over. And may we merit to see the day when all evil is indeed removed from the earth. Amen.
Amen.
So all of God's children shall live side by side in good health, security, peace, and tranquility. May it be speedily in our time. Amen.
Amen.